Hi everyone, so this week we're going to be tackling a new technique which is a big trend at the moment, and it's called sandbagging, also known as baking. I think some people are a little bit scared of these techniques, so with this tutorial that I'm going to be showing you today, it really is just simple look to do, and don't be scared by the name, because hopefully by the end of this tutorial you'll know everything about the new technique and you can show all your friends. With sandbagging, I want you to try and imagine a flood from your eyes. Any floods, people tend to use sandbags to protect the water getting into people's homes, etc. So with a sandbag, you're going to place that sandbag under the eye, and it's going to protect any of that fall from your eyeshadow, your liquid eyeliner, your gel liner, or even mascara. So that sandbag is basically going to protect any of this fall. So eyeshadows, mascara, loose pigment, anything that kind of falls and ruins your beautiful base. That's what it's there for. It's also going to really highlight that area. It's just really an old school technique that many makeup artists use. It's actually one of my favourite techniques that I learned at college when I was really struggling with my eyeshadows. I was always getting makeup actually on my model's face, so it was just a technique that really supports and helps us makeup artists if we need to think. What I love about makeup at the moment, it tends to be all these trends that are coming back, and it's actually quite a fun way to learn about makeup, because just that one word makes you think, what is sandbagging? And I want to learn more about it. And even myself, when I hear these new techniques, I think, I've never heard of that. I would just literally say, put some loose powder under your eyes, and it is that simple. Key items to create this look are your translucent powders. Make sure they are clear, because sometimes if you get a coloured translucent powder, it can discolour the foundation. A concealer to make sure the powder adheres to it, and make sure you have some great powder brushes just to sweep that powder away. I really hope that you enjoyed this video this week. Leave any comments below. If you want to ask me any more questions, just tweet MUA and we'll get back to you. Okay, so first up I'm going to apply concealer just under my eye area, and this is just going to cover any imperfections you might have. It's also going to highlight and make that eye makeup really pop, and it's also going to be a base for your powder to adhere to, so that's really important to make sure you conceal under the eye. Okay, one tip to remember here is less is more around the eyes. Obviously with this technique there's going to be a lot of powder underneath the eye area, so it will pick up any flaw, especially if you're very dehydrated or you just haven't had much sleep. Any flaws under the eyes are going to show up with makeup, so I just put less concealer on, and then we're going to work with the translucent powder on top, and that's not going to be too heavy. It may look heavy, but it actually will be alright if you do it this way. So taking my F2 stippling brush, it's just going to really soften out the concealer and blend that into the rest of the foundation. It's just going to look as natural as possible. This is just going to create a really natural concealed area, and the synthetic hair is just going to really melt that concealer into your foundation. Okay, to start with, I did apply a primer and a foundation and a little bit of contouring, so I'm just blending that out with the same brush. And we just got a really nice even base. So this is bringing me back to my makeup training days, the latex sponges, which are square. I mean, these I wouldn't really use to blend makeup, but they're perfect for this technique. So I mentioned earlier about protecting the flood with the sandbag. So this is kind of what you're doing with the makeup. It's going to protect any makeup fall. I've loaded the sponge with plenty of loose translucent powder, and translucent powder basically is invisible powder, so it shouldn't discolour your makeup. So we're just going to take a light bit of the powder to start off with, and taking the square edge we're going to bring that really close to the lash line, and we're just going to press in place. And this is just going to really adhere to the concealer that we put on first. This is really going to protect any liquid eyeliner you might use, any loose eyeshadows. It's also perfect for that really smoky eye. There's nothing worse than doing your whole makeup and as soon as you do your eyeshadow, it ruins your beautiful base. So again, this is just going to protect that area. Or this could be the time that you actually apply your eye makeup, which I'm going to do now. So just remember with this technique, less is more, and 2 layers of the powder, and I think you're really going to get the technique right if you follow these steps. When applying the eyeshadow, we've just made sure that we haven't actually moved the face much. So now is the next step. We're simply going to sweep away the loose powder. In the F6 face brush, we're just going to sweep it away. And then we're just going to blend that downwards. This is also going to highlight that area too.